The smiling mafia. This was how Shatawale addressed the sitting president, His Excellency John Mahama, at the just ended President's Cup. And for us here on Sauce and Pepper, we would like to ascertain and put the president's leadership style in focus. Do you agree with Shatawale that our sitting president is a smiling mafia?
With what we know now, I totally agree with him. He's a smiling mafia. It's just 6 months and we know a lot of mafia works that are going on. I don't know, Ghana, we have a different definition when it comes to mafia, but not in its entirety, but sometimes the mafia in a good way. Right. So I agree with Shatawale. Like our president is actually a smiling I wanted to say a smiling dictator in a nice way because he's a supreme leader.
Well,
and he accepts the fact that they have a supreme majority in parliament. And anything he wants to do today, with the numbers he has in parliament, he'll get it done. And this one, he doesn't even need parliament. He needs just the presidential powers, and the mafia will go on.
For me, there is something that we need to throw light on. We know we've experienced past administration, and right now Ghanaians are at a place where we don't want to experience any administration that would look like the past one. In your famous words, we don't want to experience any PTSD when it comes to that. But now there's our current president, His Excellency John Mahama, who was vehemently against the establishment of the National Cathedral, is now saying that he's going to turn it into a national cultural convention center. And so now people make the argument that so now a house that was meant for God is now become a house for culture. So where is the difference really in leadership? And this is also coming at a time where there is a good deal that was signed that they say is a game changer, and he had his brother Ibrahim Mahama at the forefront of that deal they call the Black Voter deal. So again, people make the argument that if His Excellency Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta are able to establish data bank and take money and do government business, how different is it from a sitting president whose brother is in front of a major gold deal?
So in the previous administration, we had Achim Mafia. And in this administration, we have what?
Gonja
the smiling mafia.
Okay.
They are two different things. Two different things in the sense that one mafia is defined in a positive way and the other is defined in a negative way. The underlying thing is simple. This government, which is the John Dramani Mahama-led government now, is enjoying goodwill.
Okay.
That's the only difference. They are enjoying goodwill because tell me why the same thing, if it had happened in Akufo-Addo's time, the country would have turned on its head by now. That Akufo-Addo's brother or known cousin is going to take over our minds like what we have now, what Ibrahim Mahama is doing in his brother's tenure. It will be chaotic. So I'm saying that he's a smiling mafia because when he was campaigning to be president, he made some pronouncements. One, he told us point blank, he told the NDC people at some conference, which is the current president, John Dramani Mahama, told some NDC people in a conference that they should go and study law and make sure that they go to the bench because when he comes, he's going to appoint them. That's why I'm asking, the current justices appointed to the Supreme Court, are we comfortable to say that they are NDC people because the smiling mafia promised them?
Oh, we can't say that.
The same smiling mafia was smiling with our former IGP, Dampare. The next minute, the guy was sacked. That is a proper mafia. But guess what? The previous administration, perhaps they had a Japadie, which gave them away. Because this one, I don't understand why something like this, and nobody is even talking about it. Ibrahim Mahama taking over Black Voter, and nobody is talking. Again, it was bauxite. Now it's gold.
Well, you know, in the previous administration when even the Zoom Lion contracting was coming up that they should revoke his there was one question I kept asking, that this man they are asking they revoke his contract and all of that. One, does he have the capacity to deliver what he's delivering? Because at the end of the day, he's also Ghanaian, and every Ghanaian deserves their fair share. So it begs the question: does Ibrahim Mahama have the capacity to actually meet all the terms of what the black voter deal contains? If he does, then I don't think we should really have an issue with that, should we?
Then I should tell you for free that you're a hypocrite, plus all the people thinking like you right now.
Why do you say that?
All of you are hypocrites. All of you be a boy.
No, but so
When
it's about
Brian
capacity,
was going to take
and being
over,
a Ghanaian.
When Brian Champon wanted to take over a hotel, did he have the capacity to take over the hotel or not? He is running Rock City, which is the biggest in West Africa. And did he have the capacity to take over the beach, the hotel or not? We sat here, chastised him and said, no, just because it is a Kufuor's time. That's why I'm saying that we are all hypocrites. So when it goes for us, we are smiling going to meet it. But if it's not coming to us, then we'll frown. We'll make sure we spoil everything. So Brian Champon today didn't have capacity yesterday, but today Ibrahim has the capacity to take over black voter.
So you
Wow.
see, I think the comparison you are doing is not fair. Why am I saying that? We are talking about one businessman who wanted to take an establishment that was generating revenue for the government and for the people of Ghana. And we have another businessman who is taking a mine yet to generate money for the government.
Which is more profitable.
Which is more profitable. So you want to hand
hotel,
so
which
let
is
me
more
make the
profitable.
point. Let me make the point.
Okay.
You want to hand over a hotel that is doing so well in profit to a sitting minister who should not even have any business acquiring government property because you are in office and that office doesn't allow you to do that. But so even a matter of principle, it is wrong.
But the
so
president's
if you are
brother
doing
can.
these two, he's a private citizen.
Oh, but the president's brother can.
He's a private citizen. He has the capacity. If all of these things is checked, why not? I mean, we wouldn't have a problem. No, Kingsley, don't do this. Kingsley, don't
what
do
am
that.
I doing?
No, because you wanted to make the point that okay, if Brian Champo cannot acquire a profit-making venture already when he is a sitting minister, which he is not even allowed to do, you want to compare that to a private citizen who has the capacity to mine our gold. And besides, we are making the point that Ghana is moving to a point where we would also have our own millionaires. We also have our own people having their gold mines. We'll have our own people having their tech companies and all of that. So if you have a Ghanaian who has that capacity to acquire and mine our gold, all in the benefit, I would rather have a Ghanaian keep our gold money than a Chinese or foreign company come in the country.
Today, Ibrahim Mahama is more Ghanaian than some other Ghanaians.
So why didn't you say Brian Champo? Because you know those two comparisons don't hold.
What I'm saying is that, did you ever see an advertisement saying that they need a company to take over black voter? I mean, this is the first time I'm even hearing of the name. So this one is road to becoming a billionaire. Road to make Ibrahim Mahama a billionaire.
Kingsley.
Wow.
No, Kingsley.
This one I'm shocked.
No, Kingsley.
I am shocked.
You see,
but we are talking about smiling my
mischief this today. Today your mischief is
let's talk about smiling mafia.
Up the roof.
This is actually a serious issue when we are talking about the smiling mafia. How was it advertised? How did we select Ibrahim Mahama? We want to know. If it's the mafia tactics to get him to be a billionaire, hey, then this is a serious ploy.
You see,
because in the previous administration, we had a Japadia going on. But from what you are telling me today, it's like it's preconceived. Road to becoming a billionaire. We must make Ibrahim Mahama billionaire at all costs.
Really?
The smiling mafia told us that when he comes, he's going to appoint people to the bench. Today, the Chief Justice has
your
been...
mischief is up the roof.
I am not being mischievous, my brother. I am talking facts. Today, the Chief Justice has been suspended. We don't even know how the process is going.
Kingsley.
Or we woke up one day and Ibrahim Mahama is taking over black voter. Hey!
Look, Kingsley,
And you know,
First off, don't forget, Ibrahim Mahama is Ghanaian like any other person. So if me, I had the capacity to take on that black voter deal, I would have.
So why did we have issues when saying Ghanaians wanted to take over things in Akufo-Addo's government? That is what you have not been able to convince me.
Yes, we had issues because of the personalities that were involved. You can't tell me a sitting minister is involved in purchasing of government properties and we should sit aloof.
But don't you know that the president's brother can use influence peddling to get things to himself?
You see, you are entering into a different realm of conversation.
It's the same thing, unless we want to be hypocritical and we don't want to face the facts. It is the same thing. If I am in a deal or we want to go into a bid for a contract and I am the president's brother and you are an ordinary person, don't you think I have an upper hand over you? Why don't he stay away from government things? That one too is hard.
He's a businessman.
Brian Echampon is a hawker.
But he's in government.
Brian Echampon was a hawker.
But he's in government.
Brian Echampon sold pure water. Wow.
He
was a businessman before he was appointed.
Once you are appointed, you are no longer a private citizen. You are a public servant.
And I'm telling you that.
And you being a public servant doesn't allow you to purchase government properties.
But the president's brother, who has influence over processes in government, can do so. Wow. No, let's move on.
No, what do you mean by having influence over processes?
That's what I'm telling you, that if you are the brother of the president and I am going to bid the same contract with you, are you telling me that they will treat all of us equally? Equality came just when President Mahama came into office? That's a lie.
So you would rather have a Chinese company get that black voter deal than a Ghanaian company?
What was good yesterday is good today. If it wasn't good for Brian Echampon, it can't be good for Ibrahim Mahama.
Why are you doing this comparison? We have established these two comparisons.
Where is the difference here? It's not parallel lines.
One was a public servant and one is a private citizen.
That's
the difference.
One is Kakra. They are twins.
Well, anyway, another thing that saddens me is and look, nobody is hot right now more than the minority leader, Honorable Afenyo King. Like, look, already we know that the MPP have been called micro-minority. And you would think that things should work in their favor so that, they will up those numbers because Ablekuma North is outstanding. And also on a sad note, they lost an MPP MP in the heat of all this when they are the micro-minority. And this is coming at this time. Look, it's not funny. No, it's not funny, but it's sad. It's sad.
That's how wicked the mind of NDC is. That's how wicked a political party NDC is. Already, the people are micro-minority. Someone is also dead. God bless his soul. And still, you want to take something from somebody. You are a wicked party. NDC. God will judge you. God will judge NDC. See, the electoral commissioner, right now, me too, I'm convinced that she's not fit for purpose.
Oh, today she's not fit for purpose.
Hey, what do you mean by today? Have I always said she's fit for purpose? Don't put words in my mouth. Okay. I am also saying that Boss Manasari went to parliament and told them that they are left to just 3 polling stations. So where did the 19 come from? And why are they going to vote in 19 polling stations when you couldn't even provide security when it was closed door in the EC head office? You couldn't provide security. But today you can provide security in 19 polling stations.
I think this, as time goes on, this EC keeps being exposed,
Yeah. It's a serious matter.
And it's sad. It's sad.
And right now, NPP is pulling out of the rerun.
Yes.
We are waiting to see. They've gone to court. Let's see if they can injunct the process. And this is a very serious matter. So one day we can wake up and he will tell us that a whole region like Ashanti region, the results were not tallying, so we should go and vote again.
So this actually sets a very dangerous precedent.
Yes. And right now, is it because the chairman of NDC, Asiedun Ketia, mentioning that the EC's job is on the line? She needed to do something to appease NDC.
If we leave you take politics out the room. Look, let us know what...
But NDC should look with mercy upon MPP. Right now, they are grieving. Already, they are micro minority. You want to take
Wow.
Ablekman off? How wicked can you
Wow,
be?
now they are playing the
They should
emotional
say
card.
that they should say that even the Akwetiaba election coming up, they won't contest. They should do that.
so
If they have God-fearing people in that party, they should do that.
Look, do you side with Kingsley's emotional blackmail? Or, I mean,
Wow.
the proper thing must be done. And what do you make of our president being a smiling mafia? Let us know in the comment section and recommend this to a brother, a friend. Until we come your way next time, make sure you're a great citizen. We are.